Parishutta Padakamalam Sri Gurum Vaishnavam Cha Sri Rupam Sagrajadam Sagana Raghunathan Vidam Tam Sajivam Satvaidam Savadutam Harijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Sri Vishakhan Vitam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostude Tapta
Kanchana
Kanchana
Gaurangi
Radhe
Radhe
Vrindavaneshwari
Vrindavameshwari
Vrishabhanusude Devi
Devi Pranamami
Pranamami
Hari
Hari Priye
Hari
Vancha kalpatarubhyasya
Vanchakalpatarubhyasya
kripa
Kripa
sindhu bhaivacha
Sindhubevacha
patitanam
Patitanam
pavanebhyo
Pavanebhyo
vaishnavebhyo
Vaishnavebhyo
namo
Namo
namaha.
Namaha
Jai
Shri
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda
Prabhu
Shri
Nityananda Shri
Advaita
Advaita
Gadadhara Sri
Gadadhara
Vasadi
Srivasadi
Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Gaurabhakta
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
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 Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama
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 Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. Just one second. Hare Krishna. I will request those who are not on videos, if possible, come on, put on your videos so that you can have, better connection with the speaker and your understanding would be much better. Okay. So we had a break, 1 week we didn't have. So how many of you have spent the time usefully? All right, let's do it. I don't want to get into the detailed revision of the verses, but on the quickly, can we do something practical lessons from the first 3 verses just for the next 3 to 5 minutes? What is a practical lesson on this verse? Yeah, you can unmute and just what is the lesson we can say? Okay, let me start off. One, I can say, it's actually a litmus test to know the God. So who is the absolute truth? So we have seen the difference between God and the absolute truth, right? I'm just checking whether it is recording. Yeah. So if you find someone claiming themselves as a God, there are so many fake gods today. So you can ask them this first main question, Janmadi Asya Yatan. So what does it mean? Just are you a creator? Are you a maintainer? And are you a destructor?
Yeah.
Right? And you can ask whether they are, how conscious they are, how they know about others, how conscious they are. Right? And how dependent or independent they are. So these are some of the things you can use it in your, practical life. Anyone wants to share? Any point?
We can ask them to show the, that Swarup he has shown to Arjuna.
Yeah.
Virat Swarup, we can ask them to show that.
Show that,
Swarup.
yes.
And we can ask them to show their lotus feet, because in Krishna's lotus feet, it have different symbols.
That is correct, Mataji. What I'm saying, yeah, we can ask whether they can carry Govardhan Hill in this pinky finger. So many things are there. I want specifically on this verse because we are studying this verse. So that's why we have so many knowledge, but let's focus on this. From this, what we learn.
Sri Krishna is the absolute truth, and he is a creator, so he knows every corner of the universe.
Yeah. So he is the one who gave the, the Brahma. Brahma here means the knowledge. So he is the one who gave the Vedic knowledge to Adi Kavya. Adi Kavya is Lord Brahma. Here it represents. So he is the one who gave the knowledge also to him. So you can check whether how much knowledge you can give within the heart. So like that we can go on. We can cultivate, once we know this, we are not the controller. There is someone supreme, absolute truth who is the controller of everything. Then we can cultivate the type of humility we want to know. No, our dependency on the Krishna will have to increase. Okay, these are some of the things we can think of in this verse. So let's go to the next verse. So next verse talking about
Irreligious
The
activities.
supremacy of Srimad
Bhagavatam.
Bhagavatam.
it's talking
They-
about Bhagavatam.
Bhagavatam.
Yes, it is
Subject matter.
glorification of Srimad Bhagavatam or supremacy of Srimad Bhagavatam that is highlighted in this verse. So there the first sentence starts with Dharma Projita Kaitavo. So that's why we can check whether what kind of religion someone is telling. Someone is giving a religion, you want to become famous, you want to become rich, you want to get prestige, you want to gain something. So if someone is teaching that kind of religion, so Bhagavatam just kicks them out. They say they are all cheating religion. And next, Nirmat Saranam Satam. So he says a devotee has to be non-envious, pure in his heart. So that's another lesson. So as a devotee, our heart should be, we should not be envious. We have to be truthful. So we should celebrate any success of anyone else. We should not feel jealous of it. We can avoid gossips. We must be generous in our heart. So these are some of the practical application we can use from this verse. All right. Anyone wants to share any other point on this verse?
And about threefold miseries.
Yeah.
Which is, yeah.
So how will you practically apply in our life? I mean, how will you understand that?
By developing Krishna Bhakti or Krishna Prema,
Mhm.
doing the sevas, all the 9 sevas,
Yeah.
one can establish Godhead, by reading Srimad Bhagavatam as well.
No, but you mean to say all the miseries are not there for a devotee?
Yeah, they are.
They are.
They
They
are.
are.
Yeah.
Yes.
But that knowledge, right? Divine knowledge that you get, it will keep you balanced rather than, always lamenting on things.
Yes.
And I can add the surrender. If we have the surrender, then we are free from all the miseries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And gratitude.
if the miseries will come, we will think that it is the mercy of Krishna. It
Krishna,
comes due
yes.
to our own bad karma. So we will keep satisfying ourselves by thinking that.
Yeah. So Krishna is putting us to test how strong we are.
Yeah.
So we overcome that, then Krishna is there with us always. So, yeah, that one other way of thinking is all your bad karma is going away. If you're getting miseries, means all your bad karma is being vanished.
It's deleting, yeah.
Yeah. Very nice. Another important point in this verse, the third line. So this Bhagavatam is written by the great sage Vyasadeva, who is none other than literary incarnation of Lord himself. And in his maturity he has written, it is not his first documentation, it is on his maturity he has written. After writing the Vedas, Puranas, Idikasas, everything, he has written this. Then what no other scriptures? So where the importance of scriptures is mentioned here. Another important thing is Kirtibis, Shushrubis. So here, what does it Kirtibi means?
Attentively listening.
All the pious men. Kirtibis are the devotees. So they are from the Shushrubis means here, attentive hearing. Submissive and attentive hearing of Bhagavatam. That by culture you get that attentive hearing, and submissive way we hear this Bhagavatam, and without any delay, Krishna appears in their heart. Immediately Krishna starts appearing in their heart. All right. And the third verse. What's the third verse talking about?
About the
About the devotees.
ripened fruit of Bhagavad Gita.
About Bhagavad Gita.
Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam. Yeah, ripened fruit of
About the
Bhagavad Gita.
devotees.
No, about Bhagavatam only, the second verse. Third verse is related to Bhagavatam, but specifically for Bhagavatas, that is for devotees, how they relish the Bhagavatam. The key point is it highlights the Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam is a Galitam Phalam, it says. So it's the matured fruit. Galitam, ripened, matured fruit is Bhagavatam. But who is enjoying that fruit? We, the Bhagavatas, those who are studying that, we are relishing that.
Yeah.
And that fruit is described as Nigama Kalpa Taror. So from the Vedic tree, it's coming from the desire tree. The Vedic literature, Nigama, Vedic literature, and the Kalpa Taror, the desire tree, the fully matured fruit. And not only this fruit is said to be the sweetest and greatest because it's talking about Krishna and his devotees. And that sweetest fruit is touched by the lips, Mukud, lips of whom? Sukadev Goswami. It's coming from the lips of Sukadev. So it's getting more sweet and is more like a nectar. Amrita Drava. So Amrita is more like a nectar, and Pibata, drink that Bhagavatam Rasam Alayam. Once get liberated, Alayam getting liberated. Drava, Amrita Drava means this is a liquefied nectar. It's a liquid. As I said, there is no skin or seed. If you have mango without skin or seed and it is, full of juice, how tasty it will be there. And that is again and again, Muhur Aho, Rasika, Bhuvi, Bhavuka. So Muhur, the Rasika, the devotees, who enjoy the rasas of Krishna and they want again and again to taste this Bhagavad. So this is highlighting about the even the liberated, those who are already liberated also are enjoying this Bhagavad. All right. So few things. Yeah. So what to understand, practical lesson from this verse is how we should approach scripture. We should approach scripture with eagerness and enthusiasm. So with eagerness and enthusiasm, we should, then only one can relish. The Bhagavatam has so much taste it's talking about. And also it's talking about, it is coming from lips of Sukadev. But where it is actually starting?
Vyasadeva?
Starting from Vyasadeva?
Narad Muni. Narad Muni.
It's starting from Narada Muni?
No, Brahma.
Brahma.
Krishna,
Brahma?
Brahma.
Yeah, Narayana or Krishna to Brahma, then to Narada Muni, from Narada Muni to Vyasadeva, Vyasadeva to Sukha Goswami. So it's coming in the Guru Parampara, disciplinic succession. So one should value such a thing. It is coming through. And it is, this fruit is very sweet and it is being passed on because it started from Narayana or Lord Krishna himself. So then this verse also saying as a Rasika, see, we don't have a taste for Bhagavatam. That's why we are not starting this, right? So if we had a taste, we could have, been somewhere, with Bhagavatam reciting so much. So that's why now we should cultivate a habit of joyfully enjoying the hearing of Bhagavatam, studying the Bhagavatam. This one of the habit we should start making, regular reading of scriptures. And not only that, like how Sukadeva Goswami, how Sutta Goswami, they started sharing this. We should share it. that we should relish and not only keep it to ourselves, we should start sharing to the others. All right, these are some of the practical lessons we can think of in this verse. Okay, anyone wants to share anything before we go on to today's session? All good?
Prabhuji, I will ask. So it's saying that we have to quit other religion. So it indicating like other religion also, like Muslim and Christian, or just the work we have to sacrifice.
I didn't get the question. How it is relevant here, your question?
Like in two in verse 2, text 2 is saying that we have
Yeah.
to all other activities. So it's saying that we have to quit all other religion like Christianity, Muslim. You talking about those also?
I'm not saying you have to quit it. You start this religion process of it, then other things will automatically go away from you. They will vanish.
But those religion are also a cheating religion, we can say that, or
Yeah, we are even the Hindu, which is talking about dharma, artha, kama, and moksha. Bhagavatam rejects that. Even the Vedas, it's talking about the three kandas, the
karma kanda,
karma
jnana.
kanda, everything it rejects. It even rejects the liberation. Because liberation, dharma, artha, kama, and moksha, liberation. So that is what Hindu religion is talking. So even we talk about Hinduism itself, Bhagavatam is not accepting. Then what we talk about Jainism or Muslims or Christianity, right?
I
So
got
it
it.
is only talking about bhakti to Krishna. But as Bhagavad Gita, if you take, it shows different paths. Karma yoga, jnana yoga, dhyana yoga. When we come to Bhagavatam, it's only bhakti. Right?
Yeah. Okay, Prabhuji. Thank
All
you.
good. Thank you. Okay, let's start with this verse. I would request anyone interested to read the verses, please let me know. Adi Lakshmi Mataji has said she will be happy to read the verses, Sanskrit portion of it. I will request someone to do the English translation. Adi Mataji.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate
Vasudevaya.
नैमिषे निमिषक्षेत्रे ऋषयः सौनकादयः सत्रं स्वर्गाय लोकाय सहस्रसममासता.
Thank you. Anyone wants to translate? Rushan Prabhu, you are unmuted, so can you read the translation?
Yeah. Translation of the report by His Divine Grace C.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Vijay. Translation. Once in a holy place in the forest of Naimisharanya, great sages, headed by the sage Shaunak, assembled to perform a great 1,000-year sacrifice for the satisfaction of the Lord and his devotees. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Okay, can we read the purport? Who wants to read? Vinay Prabhu, can you read?
Yeah. Hare Krishna. The prelude of the Srimad Bhagavatam was spoken in the previous three slokas. Now, the main topic of this great literature is being presented. Srimad Bhagavatam, after its first recitation by Srila Sukadeva Goswami, was repeated for the second time at Naimisharanya. In the Vaya Tantra, it is said that Brahma, the engineer of this particular universe, contemplated a great wheel which would enclose the universe. The hub of this great circle was fixed at a particular place known as Naimisharanya. Similarly, there is another reference to the forest of Naimisharanya in the Varaha Purana, where it is stated that by performance of sacrifice at this place, the strength of demonic people is curtailed. Thus, Brahmanas prefer Naimisharanya for such sacrificial performance. The
Thank
devotee
you,
of
Prabhu. Now we'll stop here. Okay, so this first three verses was said to be the prelude. Up to the 5 verses are compiled by Vyasadeva. So this 4th and 5th verse is talking about the setting the scene. So what it is saying? It's talking about a holy place, the forest of Naimisharanya. Has anyone been to this place? This is, I think, it's near Kanpur or Lucknow. It's around 100 miles or away from Lucknow. This forest is still there. I mean, this place is still there. So it's a holy place, Naimisharanya. So great sages headed by the sage Shaunaka Rishi assembled to perform a great 1,000-year sacrifice. So any question on that? How can people do a 1,000-year sacrifice?
Just chanting the holy name.
Those days they
No.
used to.
I'm just first question is 1,000-year sacrifice I'm talking about.
Yeah, because in those days, in those yugas, people used to
Yes.
live for 100,000, 10,000 years,
So
depending upon
which
which
yuga this
yuga.
is we are talking around?
I think it should
Treta
be
Yuga.
Treta, Satya
Dwapar,
Yuga.
I think Dwapar Yuga.
This
Oh
is
no,
Dwapar
Kali
Yuga.
Yuga.
Sati Yoga.
It's
No,
the
this is
Kali Yuga. I
Dwapar Yuga. Dwapar Yuga, sorry.
think. Dwapar Yuga.
Oh,
Yeah.
This is Dwapar Yuga. Dwapar
oh,
Yuga, yeah, lifetime is 1,000 years only, but they want to
1,000 years.
spend those 1,000 years in doing sacrifice.
Prabhu, this is Dwapar Yuga because Dwapar Yuga was ended when Shri Krishna had departed to his holy abode.
Yeah,
So this
yes.
Kali Yuga, right?
No, it's not Kali Yuga. It is end of Dwapar Yuga.
Okay.
It is at the end of Dwapar Yuga, just before Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga is about to start. In fact, we are really not into Kali Yuga now also. We are just after Dwapar Yuga, we have covered, we are in the border, but we are
5,000.
in the Kali Yuga,
5,000.
5,000 years. Yeah,
5,000.
5,000 years is also just the starting of Kali Yuga.
Just in the border stage.
Yeah. So this is just before Kali Yuga appeared.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is in Dwapar Yuga. And great, so many sages. So what did they do?
they did some
Yagya.
sacrifice.
They wanted to
Yeah.
do sacrifice. Yes. For the Lord and his devotees. All right. So here it is talking about the second paragraph talks about this place. Right? So in the Puranas, in the Tandatriya Upanishad, Vaya Vivya Tandra. So it's mentioned Brahma, the engineer of the universe, contemplated a great wheel which would enclose the universe. So it is said the Brahma, made a big wheel, and the wheel was sent to show where it goes and where it falls. That place will be used for a sacred place for doing all the sacrificial performance. So it is said the rim of that chakra went and fell there. In fact, the rim means Nemi. No, Nemi Sharanya. Nemi rim is Nemi, and the Shirya means the place where the rim went and fell. That's how the name came. Nemi Sharanya. That's how the name comes. So this is mentioned actually in the Varaha Purana.
Where is this place again, Prabhuji?
This is close to Lucknow and Kanpur. So
Lucknow.
around 150 kilometers from Lucknow in Uttar
Right.
Pradesh.
Our parents have been there recently, Prabhuji.
Okay, very nice.
Thanks, Prabhuji.
Now also they say I have not been there. It is said it is more like a forest. Still it is kept in a forest. They have kept a temple and other things there, where the sages met. And this Naimisharanya, all the scriptures give some more details. Naimisharanya, Naimisha means twinkling of the eye. So this is actually a place is connected with the Lord. And also it is said there was a sage called Gauramukha. So actually he had so much power. In a forest, all the sages, why do they go to this forest? Because it will be secluded, it will be peaceful, no undisturbed kind of a place. So that's why the sages go. If you see in Ramayanam also, Lord Ram was asked to come to the forest to protect, the sages doing the sacrifice. Because when the sages are doing, all the demons, they come and disturb, right?
Yeah.
So this sage Gauramukha, he said to have destroyed the entire asuras, the demons, by simply a blink. So he had the power. Just by blinking his eye, he destroyed all those asuras. So much power he had. So that is one more, it is said the name of Naimisharanya came from there. And also, as I said, Naimisha means twinkling of the eyes. It's a great place where, it is mentioned Animisha. Animisha means one who doesn't blink his eyes. So it said Lord Vishnu, especially, he doesn't blink his eyes, who doesn't close his eyelids are not at all closed. So that's how it is connected to Lord Vishnu also. Then other way it is connected to Vishnu, it is said Vishnu sent Sudarshan Chakra, to a place, and then it fell in this place, and then it created a tirtha. That means a pond, it's called Chakra Tirtha. So there's in this place, there is a Chakra Tirtha there, and people go there and take bathing. So that's very purification process for there. So many things are. Prabhupada in his one of the classes, he mentions that on this Ainimisha means one who doesn't want to close the eyelids. We close our eyelids, right? It's an unconscious movement. It is a natural movement. We don't wantedly close our eyes, right? Eyelids automatically closes and opens. How many of you agreed, or is there anyone? Yeah, we close our eyes always. So these gopis, in Chaitanya Charitamrita, it says the gopis found out the fault in Lord Brahma. They said, Lord Brahma, you cannot able to create even the eyes. Our eyes are closing and opening for a momentary. I can't see the Lord for that time. So that is the kind of a prayer gopis is having. So they want to see the Lord. So they did not want the eyelids to be closed at all. So these are few things which are connected to this Naimisharanya. All right, let's go to the next paragraph. Who wants to read? I think Vikas is ready.
Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. The devotees of Lord Vishnu offer all kinds of sacrifices for his pleasure. The devotees are always attached to the service of the Lord, whereas fallen souls are attached to the pleasure of material existence. In Bhagavad Gita, it is said that anything performed in the material world for any reason other than for the pleasure of Lord Vishnu causes further bondage for the performer. It is enjoined, therefore, that all acts must be performed sacrificially for the satisfaction of Vishnu and his devotees. This will bring everyone peace and prosperity.
Okay, so this is highlighting about the kinds of sacrifice.
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah. And the difference between the
there is a verse here. It is said in Bhagavad Gita. Anyone remember which verse, at least the number, or which chapter? It is talking about anything can be done as a pleasure of the Lord. I don't have my Bhagavad Gita here with me. I think it is 3.9 verse, 3rd chapter, 9th verse. You can note down and you can read it later on with that reference. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Someone else want to read? Saubhagya Prabhu, you want to read?
Yes, Prabhu. The great sages are always anxious to do good to the people in general, and as such, the sages headed by Saunaka and others assembled at this holy place of Naimisaranya with a program of performing a great and continuous chain of sacrificial ceremonies. Forgetful men do not know the right path for peace and prosperity. However, the sages know it well, and therefore, for the good of all men, they are always anxious to perform acts which may bring about peace in the world. They are sincere friends to all living entities, and at the risk of great personal inconvenience, they are always engaged in the service of the Lord for the good of all people, Lord Vishnu is just like a great tree, and all others, including the demigods, men, siddhas, charanas, vidyaharas, and other living entities, are like branches, twigs, and leaves of the tree. By pouring water on the root of the tree, all the parts of the tree are automatically nourished. Only these branches and leaves, which are detached, cannot be so satisfied. Detached branches and leaves dry up gradually despite all watering attempts. Similarly, human society, when it is detached from the personality of Godhead, like detached branches and leaves, is not capable of being watered, and one attempting to do so is simply wasting his energy and resources.
Okay, thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. I mean, just find out what are the key points in this. I'll just come one second. I'll have to close this window. I'll just come. So the key point. Anyone wants to share any points? Sobhaya Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu. Here, all the sages headed by Savanaka are assembled in Naimisaranya to perform great sacrificial ceremonies. That is
So to bring about the peace and prosperity.
prosperity. Yeah, that's right, Prabhu. The those people who are forgetful about this, they do not understand the importance of the place.
Yeah.
Also, Lord Vishnu is like a tree. Other living entities like us, all the siddhas, demigods, all the other living entities are like branches of the tree or leaves and twigs. So it is enough if we water the root of the tree.
Yeah.
That is, we perform the all our what do you call
Yeah. Key point here is actually watering the roots. So we
root,
don't need to water the branches,
water the
leaves, or other
individual
things. So if
leaves
you
and
water
branches.
the root, it
It will
nourishes.
nourish the
It will
whole.
nourish everything there. Yeah. Very good. Thank you. Who else wants to read? I can't
I
see.
can read.
Yes, Mataji, please.
The modern materialistic society is detached from its relation to the Supreme Lord, and all its plans which are being made by atheistic leaders are sure to be baffled at every step, and they do not wake up to this. In this age, the congregational chanting of the holy names of the Lord is the prescribed method for waking up. The ways and the means are most scientifically presented by Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and intelligent persons may take advantage of his teaching in order to bring about the real peace and prosperity. Srimad Bhagavatam is also presented for the same purpose, and this will be explained more specifically later in the text. Do you want me
Continue.
to?
Yeah, please.
Ta ekdaha tu munyaha
No, no.
pratar.
Oh, no. We know. Okay, sorry. We finished this. All right.
Five.
What are the key points?
Yeah, chant the holy name.
Yeah.
Yes, that can wake us up from the miseries and gives us real peace and prosperity.
So why is the holy name coming here?
Because of the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. he presented.
No, how it is relevant to this purport?
Take advantage.
Because it's kind of like a sacrifice, right? Pleasing Lord Vishnu.
Exactly. In Kali Yuga, the main thing is
Chanting of the holy name.
chanting of the holy name.
Yep.
So in the previous yugas, especially Treta Yuga has the sacrifice as the key, and Dwapar Yuga has the pilgrimage or deity worship, and Satya Yuga had the meditation. So Kali Yuga, it is chanting of the holy name. So that's why Prabhupada highlights that is the ways and means of presented by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Intelligent person takes the advantage of this teaching. So Srimad Bhagavatam is also presented for the same purpose. So the key point in this verse, what do you think? This entire thing. So the lessons, what we can see, the sages are anxious for people welfare, right? So why would the sages go and do sacrifice to find out what for the people? So why they can just be sitting, in one corner doing some meditation or chanting. But why are they doing that?
They are well-wishers.
Correct. So they were well-wishers. So they wanted for a welfare.
So they are well-wisher as well as Lord wants everyone to go to his abode. So they are indirectly helping Lord's mission.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, they have the compassionate. Another key point is they are very compassionate enough and they're ready to take the risk for the society. They want it good. So concern for the people, sacrifice. So can we give any other example of this sacrifice in current scenario?
Sacrifice is chanting, right? Sankirtan.
Yeah, that is your sacrifice. We are talking in reference to how the sages, they are not for themselves. They're doing something for others.
So for example, all the Guru Maharajas, they are trying to bring all the devotees to take Krishna consciousness and go back to Godhead.
I think Srila Prabhupada,
Exactly.
69.
Prabhupada, the root of
69.
everyone. Srila Prabhupada, at the age of 69, 70, with the 40 rupees, he left for the Western world to preach Krishna consciousness. Because of him, only we are now sitting and discussing, or else where we would have been, none of us know that. So what is the real sacrifice in this time, in this period? It is Nama Sankirtan, chanting of the holy name. All right. Let's go to the next verse. Kangana Mataji, you want to read the verse?
Okay, Prabhuji. Om Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Ta ekdahatu munyaha pratar hutaha ganyaha satkritam sutam asinamaha paprachur
Prapachur idam
adarataha.
Yeah, Hema Mataji, you can read the translation? You're muted. Yeah.
I can't see the translation. I'm still in the previous page, I think. In the age of
Okay.
consecration.
Yeah, just 1 second.
There it is. Morning is the best. One day, after finishing their morning duties by burning a sacrificial fire and offering a seat of esteem to the Srila Sukha Goswami, the great sage made inquiries with great respect about the following matters.
Okay. Yeah. Anyone else want to read the purport?
I will read, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay, Hare Krishna. Morning is the best time to hold spiritual services. The great sages offered the speaker of the Bhagavatam an elevated seat of respect called the Vyasasana or the seat of Sri Vyasadeva. Sri Vyasadeva is the original spiritual preceptor for all men. and all other preceptors are considered to be his representatives. Representatives is one who can exactly present the viewpoint of Sri Vyasadeva. Sri Vyasadeva impregnated the message of Bhagavatam onto Srila Sukadeva Goswami, and Srila Sutta Goswami heard it from him. Sri Sukadeva Goswami, all bona fide representatives of Sri Vyasadeva in the chain of disciple succession, are to be understood to be Goswamis. These Goswamis restrain all their senses and they stick to the path made by previous acharyas. The Goswamis do not deliver lecture on the Bhagavatam capriciously, rather they execute their service most carefully, following their predecessors who delivered the spiritual message unbroken to them.
Yeah, read the other parasage.
Those who listen the Bhagavatam uh, may put questions to the speaker. Sorry, I'll repeat again. Those who listen to the Bhagavatam may put questions to the speaker in order to elicit the clear meaning, but this should not be done in challenging spirit. One must submit questions with a great regard for the speaker. And can you scroll up, Prabhuji? Speaker, yeah. And the subject matter, this is also the way recommended in Bhagavad Gita. One must learn the transcendental subject by submissive oral reception from the right sources. Therefore, these sages address the speaker Sutta Goswami with Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Yeah. I will request all of you get some Bhagavatam, at least the basic book. So you can have, so that we can have rather than me scrolling all the time. All right. What are the key point in this? Anyone?
Yeah, we have to do this sacrificial,
No, let's start with the translation. Hema Mataji. So what do you understand in the translation?
I didn't understand clearly the translation, sir.
Okay.
I have to go through it again to say.
You want to read again?
So one thing I understood is all these spiritual things should be done early in the morning, which is the best time to do.
Very nice. That's a very good understanding. Yeah. And they offered the seat, the Vyasas, and they offered it to Srila Sukadeva Goswami, a great sage. And they started inquiring with respect. So as I said, this first 5 verses, first 3 are in prelude and the next 2 are setting the scene at Naimisharanya. So first 4th was talked about around, actually it is said 88,000 sages were there. 88,000 sages were there at Naimisharanya, and then they all assembled to do a 1,000-year sacrifice. So one day during that sacrifice, when they are starting that sacrifice or something, one day in the morning when they are burning the sacrifice of flower, they brought Sutta Goswami comes there and he is given the seat. And the sages are now starting to inquire from him with great respect. Thank you. Now is clear, Mataji? What is the situation there?
So 88,000 sages have assembled in Naimisharanyam to do the morning.
Yeah, that's fine. Did you understand? That's only my question. No,
I
initially, yeah. All right. Vinay Prabhu, purport. Key points in that.
Okay.
Nataji already mentioned that morning is the best time. Now Brahma Muhurta. So the best time to do all this spiritual service. Prabhupada highlights on that. Yeah.
And also when Sutta Goswami came there, the sages has offered him the highest seat because they know that the preaching this Bhagavatam, right? They are all learned scholars from Vedavyas, and through that disciple succession, Sutta Goswami came there, right? So they thought that okay, if we give him the seats there, we can.
What is that seat called?
Vyasasana.
Vyasasana. It's there in the passage.
Yes.
Third line.
Yeah. So
all
yeah,
are
Vyasa
clear. Parampara is a disciplining succession.
succession.
That is also covered there, but the seat where, the elevated seat, what is given to a speaker of a Bhagavatam, that is called Vyasasan. Asan
Yeah.
means seat, Vyasa, it is representative, he is a representative of Vyasa. So
Vyasa.
it's coming in that parampara. Yes, parampara also we can mention, but specifically it is Vyasasan. Yeah. Continue, Prabhu.
And because they know that um, um, Suta Goswami has heard Bhagavatam from Sukadeva Goswami, they started asking questions with a great respect.
Yes. Because it is coming again, here parampara, it is coming in the disciplining succession.
Yes.
Yeah. And then anyone else? The next point, Prabhupada talks about Goswamis. What does Goswami mean?
Brahmacharis, sannyasis.
Who can control
Who
all
can
their
control
senses.
senses.
Exactly. Goswami is mentioned there also. These Goswami restrain all their senses. So Goswami generally goes means sincere, and he is a Swami. Swami means master. So they are master of the senses. So they can control the senses. And they stick to the path of previous acharyas. That's very important. Why it is very important?
So the
Yes.
message is not
Diluted.
manipulated.
Yes, not polluted, not manipulated. And it is coming through a disciplining succession. Yes. So they are following their acharyas. Because they don't speculate. We don't want our own speculation. I cannot add my own, ideas. It's not that I add my ideas and tell, okay, this is what. So that is not the way which we've done. It is coming through the parampara.
And
So that's what
also
it
when
says.
it
The Goswamis do not deliver lecture on Bhagavatam capriciously. They don't speculate things. They don't add to it. They honestly present what is told by the previous acharyas. Rather, they executed the service carefully. They have to do it carefully, following what the predecessors had delivered in unbroken way, without breakage of the line. All right. The next passage, anyone else can highlight what are the point mentioned? Yes, Ankit Prabhu. You're on mute, yeah.
No, Prabhu, I was saying I will read the next one.
No. Those next verse you can read. That's fine.
Yeah,
Those who listen to Bhagavatam, that passage point, key points.
Prabhuji, the important point is also on the last para of the purport, and that applies to all of us also who are, for example, attending Bhagavatam, is, when you are asking question to the speaker or our instructor, we should first is have respect, and our intention should be noble, that we want to clarify, not that I want to show my knowledge to my teacher. That kind of thing I'm reading here is we must submit our question with a great regard to speaker and subject matter, So this is also very important.
Correct. Thank you, Prabhu. Any other point there?
And yeah, when you are submissive, right, and acharyas will be very, very impressed, and they will share more truth, absolute truth to the devotees.
Yes.
And I think we need to ask questions regarding the Shastras like Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita from the right sources.
Yeah. Relevant question.
Relevant questions, yeah.
At that time, one must learn the transcendental subject by submissive oral reception from right source. Yes, what you said is correct. So Bhagavad Gita, there's one verse which I think we already discussed. That anyone now remembers?
Shastra Pram.
In the 4th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, 34th verse talks about
Yeah.
that. Tadvidi pranipartena pariprakshena seveya.
We have to approach the speaker.
Pranipartena means, that means one must submissively, humbly, approaching a spiritual master, approaching a guru. Pariprashana seveya. Prashna means question. But so there is an adjective to that. So you should ask only relevant question. As Prabhu, as Rakesh Prabhu rightly mentioned, not in a very challenging mood, or just to show off what your knowledge is there and trying to act smart or something like that. So pariprashna, so your enquiries should be submissive and too relevant to the topic what is being discussed. Not that anytime you start asking different questions, or else it will deviate things. It will not be a focused way of understanding things. Sevaya means doing service to the spiritual master, and then you get the knowledge from the tattva who knows that knowledge. He gives that knowledge. Okay, thank you. So practical lessons from this verse, like I think Hema Mataji already mentioned. So morning sadhana is very effective. So if we do want to do any devotional service, Nava Vida Bhakti, can anyone tell what is the 9 devotional process which we already discussed?
Yeah. Smaranam, Kirtanam,
Kirtanam.
Shravanam,
One
Kirtanam,
each, please.
Shravanam.
Shravanam, yes. Put your hands up.
Kirtanam.
Kirtanam. Then?
Vishnu Smaranam.
No. Let someone else get a chance. So 2 as told out of 9. Shravanam, Kirtanam.
Archanam.
Yeah, Archanam. Yeah, okay, I will take that. Archanam is number 5.
Maranam.
Yeah,
Vishnu Smaranam.
Vishnu Smaranam. Yeah, Saubhagya Prabhu, you finished?
Yeah, I said Vishnu Smaranam.
Yeah, good. Yeah, and Rushan Prabhu.
Dasyam.
Dasyam comes. Yeah, that's somewhere in the 6 or 7. Yeah, okay, I will take that. What is the 4th one?
Padasevanam.
Pada Sevanam. Yes, 4th is Pada Sevanam. Then Archanam, already finished. After Archanam, what is that?
Vandanam.
Vandanam. Yes, offering prayers. And then, okay, we can take. Then one more
Dasyam.
thing is there.
Dasyam.
No, okay, Dasyam already said. Sakyam.
Satyam.
Yeah.
Satyam.
Sakyam, Dasyam. Yeah.
Atmanivedanam. Last one.
Adanivedinam. Have we missed anything?
No, all 9 came,
All
Prabhuji.
9 came. Okay. So why did we go there? Yeah. So morning this sadhanas. So chanting. So important is chanting or doing archanam prayers for the Lord. So that's the morning. It's very good. And it also talks about the qualities of the speaker. This verse, the purport Prabhupada mentioned how a speaker is representative of Vyasadeva. So he has to speak in the Guru Parampara, right? So it's faithfully, he has to be very faithful, and he should be based on the Shastras. And he should be following all the 4 regulative principles. So all these are some of the qualifications a speaker should have. And the qualities of a listener. What should be a quality of a listener?
Submissive.
Submissive.
Asking relevant questions.
Asking relevant question. Trying to understand, not in a challenging way. Submissive hearing, respectful hearing, and just not for the sake of hearing. It is very important. It should be understanding. Your understanding and hearing, that is very important. Just sitting there and I'm just hearing. That's it. So many people say I'm just hearing. I don't want to inquire or something. So why if someone asks question, that means because he is understanding something or he is not clear, they ask question.
Yeah.
So that is one of the symptom of person how attentively they are hearing.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you just simply for the sake, okay, you want to show that you are attentively hearing, I'll ask some question. No, that not that way also. All right.
Yeah.
So it has to be a balance. So these are some of the practical way in our life how we can apply whatever we are learning, right? All good. Anyone wants to share something before we go to the next verse? Or anyone wants to show they are attentively listening? All good?
All good, Prabhuji.
Okay. Yes, Ankit Prabhu.
Yes, sir.
Want to read?
Tvaya Kalu Pudanani.
No, if you have to read the first one. Who's speaking this?
I'm speaking only, Prabhu. Hello. Rasaya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rasya Yuvacha.
Rasaya Vacha. Vaya Khalu Pudanani. Preti Hasani Chanagha. Akhyatnai Apai Adhitani. Dharma Shastani Yaneuta.
Please read the translation also.
The sages said, respected Sutta Goswami, you are completely free from all vice. You are well versed in all the scriptures famous for religious life and in the Puranas and the histories as well. For you have gone through them under proper guidance and have also explained them.
Okay, thank you. So this is where first it starts. All the sages are speaking. Rishaya. So all the sages are said. So as I said, the first 5 verses are compilation of Vyasadeva, and now only the real Bhagavatam is starting. The discussion is starting. So they are first starting giving respect. So they are giving respect to the who sitting
Sutta
on the Vyasasan?
Sutta Goswami.
Sutta
The
Goswami.
Goswami. Yes. So what are they telling there? So this section is 6 to 8 verses talking the glorification of the speaker. So they're trying to glorify the speaker. Glories of Sutta Goswami is mentioned here. So they are saying you are completely free from all vice. All right. So Prabhu, you want to mention what are the key points in this verse? Ankit Prabhu, this translation.
So yeah. So they are saying, the respected Sutta Goswami, you are free from all the vices,
Mhm.
and you are also well versed in all the scriptures and that are all the scriptures, all the Puranas, and you have gone through them and have also explained them. So so basically they are saying you are the well versed, you know everything, and you are free from all the vices. You don't
Okay.
have any vice. Yeah.
All right. Here, if you see the word to word meaning, anaga. Anaga means freed from all vices. So what is vice generally?
Vikar.
Sorry?
Desire,
Bad,
desires.
No,
bad,
vice, not desire.
bad
Huh?
habit, bad
Bad
habit.
habits, exactly. All bad things. Virtues are good things. Vices are bad things. Okay, so he said anaga. So he is free from all vice. So there are 3 qualities mentioned here. So anaga is free from all vice. Then adithyani. What is the meaning for that?
Well read.
Well read.
Well read, yes. He is well versed in the scriptures, not just Puranas, histories, and other things. He is well versed in that. And not only one is well versed, he is very, very well, he can explain that. So it is called Akyatani. Akyatani Abhi Aditani. So he is learned in all scriptures, not just he is learned, but he is able to explain them. So these are the 3 qualities mentioned of who?
Sutta
Sutta
Goswami.
Sutta
Goswami.
Goswami. Yes. Now next purport. Rushin Prabhu, can you read?
Yeah. A Goswami, or the bona fide representative of Sri Vasudev, must be free from all kinds of vices. The 4 major vices of Kali Yuga are illicit connection with women, animal slaughter, intoxication, speculative gambling of all sorts. A Goswami must be free from all these vices before he can dare sit on the Vyasasan. No one should be allowed to sit on the Vyasasan who is not spotless in character and who is not freed from the above-mentioned vices. He not only should be free from all such vices, but must also be well versed in all revealed scriptures or in the Vedas. The Puranas are also part of the Vedas. All history, like the Mahabharata or Ramayana, are also part of of these literatures. of the Vedas. The Acharya or the Goswami must be well acquainted with all these literatures. To hear and explain them is more important than reading them. One can assimilate the knowledge of the revealed scriptures only by hearing and explaining. Hearing is called Shravana, and explaining is called Kirtana. The two processes of Shravana and Kirtana are primary importance to progress in spiritual life. Only one who has properly grasped the transcendental knowledge from the right source by submissive hearing can properly explain the subject.
Okay, thank you, Prabhu. So, what are the key points mentioned here?
The Goswami should be free from vices,
Yeah.
and the four major ones in Kali Yuga are mentioned as illicit sex, illicit connection with women, animal slaughter, intoxication, and gambling.
Yeah.
Furthermore, the Goswami should be well versed, meaning they should know the Vedic literatures, including the Puranas, the Itihasas, Mahabharata, and Ramayana.
Okay, how are these four vices related to us? The
As
four
we
vices
live in the
mentioned here.
Kali Yuga,
Because these are the four main activities which everybody is doing now in this Kali Yuga. I think
Okay.
90% people are doing.
Yeah, that is fine what you're saying, but I'm looking from us means, as a devotee I'm talking.
Because to become
These are the four
devotee.
regulative principles of ISKCON.
Yes.
Yes, as you rightly said, these are the things 100 to 90% or the entire world is doing that, but ISKCON devotees don't do that, right?
Don't do.
Yes. So
Yeah.
what are they? So illicit sex, animal slaughter, intoxication, and gambling.
Yeah. Seed, Prabhuji.
No, it's not
In short.
seed.
Mhm.
Do you remember this acronym what I gave earlier?
It's a seed.
Sleeping, eating, అది వేరు.
Okay, yeah.
Sleeping,
That's right.
eating,
That's yeah. You're right. Yes,
This
these are
is something
regulated.
related to money. Code word, the acronym is related to money. I told ATMC. Remember that? Austerity, truthfulness. Probably in the other class, in Science of Self-Realization, I told that. Austerity,
Yeah,
truthfulness, mercy, and cleanliness.
for
So these are the four
mercy,
dharma
cleanliness.
full stands.
Yeah.
So austerity means no intoxication. Truthfulness means what?
Satyam.
No
Gambling.
gambling. No gambling.
Yeah.
So M, mercy means animal killing, related to animal killing. And C, cleanliness means illicit sex.
Yeah.
Remember ATMC. So that
Yes.
is
Yeah.
related to the four legs, four pillars of dharma. I put it the acronym, it not be proper, but just to remember is ATMC. It should be actually Daya, mercy means Daya, Satyam,
Saucham, Tapa.
Saucham, and Taba. Those are the Sanskrit terms for that. So these are the four pillars of Dharma, but that Dharma is now falling apart. It's ripped into pieces, and that is why ISKCON, these each one of them are related to this. Four major vices are related to this, which devotees, as a devotee, these are the regulative principles that we follow, that we don't do. All right, yeah. Please continue, Prabhu. No one should be allowed to sit on the Vyasasan who are spotless in character, and they should be free from the above mentioned vice. So this is very important that we follow these regulative principles.
Prabhuji, question is why only Satyam is available in Kali Yuga? Is there any reason? Because everything is cheating, right, in this Kali Yuga, then why Satyam has been chosen for Kali Yuga?
It is
Any
not
reason?
chosen. That is the only leg we are now
Yeah,
standing.
yeah. Why Satyam?
But yeah, his question is more based on like there is no Satyam as well, right, in this Kali Yuga.
No, see, it depends on the, but still it is there. Whatever little is there, that is only the Satyam is only there, still little.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
It's not that it is 100% there. It
Mm.
is out of all other things have all gone. Only this is there. Little is there. And it is also going away over a period of time. We will see that. No, in
Oh.
this verse it talks about Kali Yuga. What are the qualities of Kali Yuga? So they will discuss more there.
And any significance as to why in this Kali Yuga it's like on the Satyam? Any significance behind it, Prabhuji, or will we learn it in the upcoming verses?
I am not aware of that. I
Can
can
I
find out. Yeah.
can I add?
Yes,
Yeah,
please.
yeah.
Yeah, which I've heard from the scriptures. Actually, the Satyam is what here mentioned is the scriptures. In Kali
Yeah.
Yuga, the scriptures are still available, and these
Yes.
scriptures are true for the any period of yugas. Whether
All
Satya
right.
Yuga, Treta Yuga, everything, this is 100% true. So these
Okay.
scriptures are still available in Kali Yuga. That's
Mm.
why only we are having truth in this Kali Yuga.
Yeah, very nice. Thank you for sharing that.
Thanks, Mataji.
Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So last point key is, so what is the very important thing out of the 9 devotional process mentioned here?
Shravana and Kirtana.
Yeah, Shravanam and Kirtanam are primary importance to one to progress in spiritual life. All right. Who wants to read the next one? Or else I'll go back to Adi Mataji. The verse?
Can I try?
Yes, Madh Prabhu, try.
या यानि वेदविदं शिष्टो भगवान् बादरायणः अन्ये च मुनयः सूत परावरविदो विदुः.
Very nice. Yeah, read the translation also.
Translation. Being the oldest learned Vedantist, O Sud Goswami, you are acquainted with the knowledge of Vyasadeva, who is the incarnation of Godhead, and you also know the other sages who are fully versed in all kinds of physical and metaphysical knowledge.
Okay. Rakesh Prabhu, you want to read the purport?
Yes, Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu. Wait.
I have in front of me.
Yeah,
Srimad
sure.
Bhagavatam is a natural commentation on the Brahma Sutra or the Badarayani Vedanta Sutras. It is called natural because Vyasadeva is author of both the Vedanta Sutras and Srimad Bhagavatam, or the essence of all Vedic literatures. Besides Vyasadeva, there are other sages who are the authors of 6 different philosophical systems, namely Gautama, Kanada, Kapila, Patanjali, Jaimini, and Ashtavakra. Theism is explained completely in Vedanta Sutra, whereas in other systems of philosophical speculations, practically no mention is given to the ultimate cause of all causes. One can sit on the Vyasasana only after being conversant in all systems of philosophy, so that one can present fully the theistic views of the Bhagavatam in defiance of all other systems. Srila Sutta Goswami was the proper teacher, and therefore the sages at Naimisharanya elevated him to the Vyasasana. Srila Vyasadeva is designated herein as the personality of Godhead because he is the authorized, empowered incarnation. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. So can you tell me, Roshan Prabhu, on the translation, what does that mean? What is the key point there? What you read?
So it's saying that Sud Goswami is Vedavidam Shrishto, so he's acquainted with knowledge of Vyasadeva, And it also says that Vyasadeva is the incarnation of Godhead, or Krishna. Bhagavan Badara Yanaha.
Yeah. All right. So Veda Vidam. Vidam means knows, one who knows. He's the scholars of all the Vedas. So they are, say we are talking about 6 and 7 verses. 6, 7 and 8 verse talks about the qualities of Sutta Goswami. So 3 qualities which we already seen in the previous verse. There are 2 things he is talking about here. One is Veda Vidam. Veda Vidam means he is the scholar of Vedas. Okay. So he is an elderly learned person knowing all knowledge of Vedas, and Shrestha means he is the senior most. So he is the only senior most learned person here. And Paravaro Vida. So one who knows the Brahman, birth in terms of Brahman, that means absolute truth. Birth in terms of, Nirguna and Sarguna, both in terms of qualities and without qualities. So that's the key thing which is highlighted in this verse. So in the passage, it talks about different kinds of philosophies. It is talking about 6 different kinds of philosophies here, right? So those are the people who are authors of this. Anyone knows the 6 philosophies?
6 philosophies of?
No, not really.
Spoken by Gautama, Kannada, Kapila, Patanjali. I think Patanjali many people might know.
Kapila, I heard Prabhuji. Uh, Kapila is more on Sankhya Yoga, yeah? Is that the right Kapila, who is a son
Kapila
of
is on
Brahma?
Sankhya Yoga, correct. But is the atheistic Kapila, not the Kapila Muni, who is the son of Devahuti. Oh, just 1 second. So the first
Sankhya,
one, huh?
Sankhya is by sage Kapila.
Yeah, correct. That is the
Yeah.
atheistic Kapila.
Yeah, and the yoga is by
So
Patanjali.
Gautama, it talks about the Nyaya philosophy.
Naya Gautama.
I am not getting into much detail, but general understanding I can give you. I got this slide from internet, so I thought I will share that with you. So Nyaya means logic. So logic philosophy is by Gautama. So these are the 6 different type of philosophies. Kanda means that is related to analytical, that is called Vaisheshika philosophy. So that talks about the cosmology and the metaphysics. Here is in the slide is putting about the logic and atoms. Is more of an analytical of material reality. And then Kapila, as someone said, is the Sankhya philosophy. Sankhya means analysis of matter, but this is by atheistic Kapila. So countering elements, they are missing without all the elements are there, but they don't add God to that. And even there is also a Sankhya philosophy which was mentioned by Kapila Muni, who's none other, is an incarnation of the Lord, uh, who teaches his own mother Devahuti. But that is not referred here. Here is a reference to the atheistic philosopher, atheistic Kapila. And then the fourth is Patanjali. Patanjali, the Yoga Sutra. So all the Patanjali Yoga, you would have heard that. So disciplining more of the mind, mind meditation, sitting in meditation and going into the samadhi. So that's talked about the Patanjali. Then Jaimini talks about the
Makanda.
Maimamsa philosophy. It is based on ritualistic and based on karma. So it's all Vedic ritualistic and how one can go to the heavenly planets. And then Ashtavakra. So Ashtavakra is not mentioned in this. It is more of a, it is at the Brahman level. Advaita, it is more of an Advaita kind of philosophy. That is oneness with God. So he is the one, Ashtavakra, he talks about absolute truth, but in terms of impersonalism or the Mayavati we can talk about. So, and this slide also mentions about the Nastika philosophies like Buddhism, Jainism, and Charavaka. So that is more of Charavaka is more of materialistic kind of a thing. I will not get into much details of this, but simple understanding is Gautama talks about Nyaya, which is logistics, and Kannada talks about Vaisheshika, that is talked about metaphysics, cosmologies, atom, and that kind of a thing. And third is Kapila, related to atheistic Kapila, related to analysis of matter, and Patanjali is Yoga Sutra, and Jaimani and karma and ritualistic Mimamsa. And later on, this Vedanta is Vyasadeva is giving all the Vedantic philosophies. All right, let's stop there. Let's continue with verse number 8.
I had one question. Hello.
Yes, Prabhu, who's this?
Ankit.
Yeah.
So Prabhu, just a layman question. Gautam Buddha is considered as one avatar of Krishna, right? Buddha avatar.
Yeah.
Then in this one, the philosophy chart, it was the Buddhism was coming under as a Gnostic philosophy.
Yeah, because Lord Buddha, he rejected the Vedas. So there's a purpose behind that. So in putting in simple term, that time people use the Vedic knowledge to do animal killings. So then Vishnu himself came as Buddha to stop that. In the name of Vedas, the killings were going on without any, what to say, without uncontrolled way of killing happening, animal slaughter. But right now it's still going on now. So Buddhists came to, people were using Vedas as a cover up to do that. So then he came up and then he rejected the Vedas.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that's where it is stopped. And again, then Buddhism spread like anything, but then again, you have to get back into the Vedic preacher, and that's where Sankaracharya comes in. Shankaracharya is none other than Lord Shiva who comes, and then those days they would have debates how the kingdoms, and then he turned everyone from being Buddhist to converted back to Hinduism, or what is Sanatan Dharma. It may not be Hindu. The term Hindu actually came few thousand years back. Yeah. All right, Prabhu, this is a simple answer. Is okay?
Yeah, Prabhu. Thank you.
And but some people, some Sambardaya don't take Buddha as I don't
Yeah.
in Sri Sambardaya they don't consider Buddha as the incarnation of Vishnu.
Yeah.
So in the Dasavadar they have Lord Krishna as the incarnation there, whereas our Sambardaya, Brahma Madhava Gaudiya Sambardaya, Lord Buddha is there as one of the incarnation.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. Who wants to read? I go back to Hadi Mataji.
वेत्तत्वं सौम्य तत्सर्वं तत्त्वतस्तत् अनुग्रहात् भूयो स्निग्धस्य शिष्यस्य गुरवो गुह्यमुप्यता.
Translation also.
Translation, Hare Krishna. And because you are submissive, your spiritual master have endowed you with all favors bestowed upon a gentle disciple. Therefore, you can tell us all that you have scientifically learned from them. Hare
Okay,
Krishna.
thank you, Prabhu. Prabhu, can you mention what is the key thing here in this translation? There are two qualities highlighted here of Sutta Goswami. Yes, one is submissive. Which word is that?
Saumya.
Saumya. Yes, Saumya means submissive. And what is the other word? Other quality mentioned here?
Gentle disciple.
Submissive is Snigdasya.
Yeah, submissive is Signatya. Correct. Saumya is simple and pure. Gentle, simple and pure. Signa Dasya means submissive. So how is submissive here is related? He is a teacher, So we talked about the disciples being submissive. So how is Signa Dasya?
He was submissive to his guru. I mean his master. Um, Sudha. I mean Vyasadev.
Yeah, Vyasadev. Actually, Vyasadev is guru. Actually, Vyasadev is guru of his father. Sudha Goswami's father. Anyone knows who Sudha Goswami's father?
Roma Harshi.
Harsha. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Roma Harsha. Roma Harsha is said to be the disciple of Vyasadev. So, like we'll see in detail in simple terms. When Vyasadev, divided the Vedas into 4 parts, so he identified one leader for each one of them, for them to develop and spread. So like that, the Puranas also he identified to someone, to take that forward. Puranas. So Roma Harsha is that person. So he identified Roma Harsha to be the head of all the Puranas. And his son is Sutta Goswami. So we'll see details of more about Sutta Roma Harsha also in the coming sessions. Yes, so as you rightly said, Saubhagya Prabhu, yes, Signa Dasya means he is submissive to his Guru Maharaj. So that way it is said, you are submissive to your spiritual master, and once you are submissive, they get the mercy. That is why one has to be very submissive, and important is you get the mercy of the spiritual master. If you have to be submissive, the spiritual master gives you the mercy of that, and that will favor for you. And so he is a gentle disciple. Therefore, you can tell us whatever you have learned from them. So now they are asking. So with this section finishes 6 to 7. So there are around 3, 5, 7, around 7 qualities of Sutta Goswami mentioned in these 3 verses. One is he is free from all vices. So, and he is well versed in scriptures. Not only he is well versed, he will be able to explain them properly. And then he is a learned Vedantas, and who knows, the knowledge of his guru, Vyasadev. He knows the knowledge of his guru. He understood it thoroughly. And not only that, the other sages also. And that's what Prabhupada mentioned in the purport, the 6 systems. He knows all those kind of various other philosophies also. And he is a very simple person. He is pure, he is gentle. So that is Saumya. And then he is very submissive to his disciple, to his guru. So these are the 6 qualities of Sutta Goswami mentioned here. Any questions? Okay, we have not read this purport. Vijay Gopi, you want to read the purport? You are muted, eh? Can't hear. Hare Krishna. We can't hear you. Anyone else?
Yeah, I'm reading.
Yeah. Please.
Srimad Bhagavatam is a natural commentation on the Brahma Sutra or the
Which one you are
Padra.
reading?
Text 8.
Text 8, the secret of success.
The secret of.
The secret of success in spiritual life is in satisfying the spiritual master and thereby getting his sincere blessings. Srila Vishwanatha Chakravarti Thakura has sung in his famous 8 stanzas on the spiritual master as follows. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of my spiritual master. Only by his satisfaction can one please the personality of Godhead, and when he is dissatisfied, there is only havoc on the path of spiritual realization. It is essential, therefore, that a disciple be very much obedient and submissive to the bona fide spiritual master. Srila Sukadeva Goswami fulfilled all these qualifications as a disciple, and therefore he was endowed with all favors by his learned and self-realized spiritual masters such as Srila Vyasadeva and others. The sages of Naimisharanya were confident that Srila Sutta Goswami was bona fide. Therefore, they were anxious to hear from him. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay. So, what are the key points in this passage?
This was mentioning about even the Guru Ashtakam in the morning with the 8 stanzas, in which he says we should always please our spiritual master, and we should always satisfy the spiritual master so that we can please the personality of Godhead. So here it also mentions the qualification of a disciple who should be very obedient and submissive. And here, because Sutta Goswami is fulfilling all this qualification, there is no other better person to sit on this Vyasasan. So everybody is so confident that Sutta Goswami is bona fide. So they were really eager to hear from him.
Okay, thank you very much. Yes, as Mataji mentioned about this 8 stanzas of Guru Ashtakam in the morning, the Samsara Dava. Anyone interested? The morning Mangalarati, this is what is used, right? Yes.
Yes.
So
Yes, Prabhu.
we can able to guide you with the lyrics for this. You want to do Mangalarati in the morning, this prayer we can give you. All right, let's go to the next section. So the next, from the 9th verse to the end of this first chapter, we will see there are 6 foundational questions asked by the sages. Vijay Gopi, you want to read the verse? Tatra tatra.
Tatra tatra janas yasyuman bhavata yat vinischitam pumsam ekantata shreyas tana samsitam arhasi.
Translation.
Please, therefore, being blessed with many years, explain to us in an easily understandable way what you have ascertained to be the absolute and ultimate good for the people in general.
Okay, thank you. So this is the first question the sages are asking to Sutta Goswami. So after glorifying, the speaker, so you are the best speaker, you have knowledge, so you can tell us. So the first question, what are they asking?
What is the ultimate good for the people?
What is the absolute and ultimate good for the people in general? So how relevant is this question for us?
Very relevant.
It is very relevant. What is good for us? So what is ultimate good? How will be beneficial for us? Tatra tatra. So tatra tatra actually is indicate, some of the terms here. Tatra tatra means, because they highlighted him having so much knowledge of all the scriptures, So all the scriptures, tatra tatra, here Prabhupada translates as thereof. But actually it indicates, it's referring to all the scriptures, that the Sutta Goswami has read. Anjasa. So Anjasa means it's a direct manner. You just explain to us directly, make it easy. We have so many books which says make easy. 30 days you made easy, like that. They want dummies. You heard that so many things are there. Books called dummies for so and so. So like that, they are asking Sutta Goswami to put it for them very simple way. Made it easy. Such a thing you give it to us. Ayushman means he is blessed with a long duration. So he is a person who is blessed with long duration. Then Pumsa means the people in general. Ekanta Shreyas. Ekanta here refers to the absolute or the ultimate good. Shreyas means good. Actually, there are two things. You have heard the term Shreyas and Preyas? Preyas means immediate good. Many people have the name Shreya. You heard the name Shreya. Shreya means their absolute, their ultimate good. So what is Shreyas and Preyas? So which one do we prayer? Ultimate good or immediate good?
Ultimate.
Ultimate, yes. So prayers, which is like example we can give for prayers and shreyas is, that as a children, they would like to play all the time, right? So they want to enjoy playing. But what does a parent say? Oh, don't be playing all the time. You have to sit and study, right? The shreyas is ultimate good. Once if you study only, ultimately it's good for you. So, but prayers, as per the child, he wants to keep on playing. He wants that immediate enjoyment. So that's the simple example of prayers and shreyas, right? So, for instance, for as an adult, we may also like to eat so many things, junk food and other thing, immediately for enjoyment. That is prayers. But we have to eat sattvic food. That is good for us also for long duration of life. Also, that is actually the shreyas. So like that, we can give so many examples, like prayers. Um, you want to go for a movie, Friday evening, a long weekend, heavy work. Let me go for a movie. That is prayers or shreyas?
Prayers.
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 What is shreyas?
See, instead of going for a movie, learning
We are
scriptures.
sitting here and listening to Bhagavatam. That is
Prayers.
shreyas,
Prayers.
ultimate good, long-term benefit, right? Yeah. So these are some of the examples of shreyas and prayers. So here they are talking about ekanta shreyas. So what is ultimately good? What is absolute and ultimate good? All right. Lata Mataji, can you read the purport?
In Bhagavad Gita, worship of Acharya is recommended. The Acharyas and Goswamis are also always observed in thought of well-being of general public, especially their spiritual well-being. Spiritual well-being is automatically followed by material well-being. The Acharyas therefore give instruction to spiritual well-being for Prabhuji, can you? I can't see Prabhuji.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Well-being for people in general, forcing the incompetence of people in this age of Kali or the iron age of quarrel. The sages requested that Suta Goswami give a summary of all revealed scriptures because the people of this age are condemned in every respect. The sages therefore inquired of all the absolute good, which is the ultimate good for the people. The condemned state of affairs of the people of this age is described as follows.
Okay. Thank you. Any key points which you are able to pick up from this passage?
I think worship of Acharya is very much important.
Mm-hmm.
And
Why it is important? I know many people asked, who are coming new to Krishna consciousness, if they come to temple, they say, why is that they are doing arati to Srila Prabhupada?
I think he gives you the instruction in spiritual well-being because
Correct.
they've gone through all
Exactly.
the nectar or whatever
He is giving us the proper direction for us. The
directions.
spiritual master is giving us, or else we will be like a vagabond going around in this material world. Thank you. Yeah.
Because they themselves have felt the essence of the God and they're giving us through that.
Yeah. So in Kali Yuga, people are incompetent. So the key point here is, as someone asked Ankit or someone, so this is just before Kali Yuga. So the sages are asking this specific question. Kali Yuga is coming up. So the people are going to suffer. So what is the ultimate good? What is that ultimate good they have to do? right? So that's the first question. So there are 6 questions, as I said. Okay, let's go to the next verse. So who wants to read the next verse? Who has not read today? Okay, Neha Mataji, please. You are muted.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Yeah,
Are you able to change the screen, Prabhuji?
yeah.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Payusha Sabhya Kalavasmin Yuge Jana.
Prayena Alpashva.
Prayena
Alpa.
Pashya Prayena Alpashu. Okay.
Yeah.
Prayena Alpa Yusha Sabhya Kalavasmin Yuge Jana. Banda Subandha Matayo Banda Bhagya Yuyu Praduta.
Okay, thank you. Can you read the translation also, please?
O learned one, in this iron age of Kali, men almost always have but short lives. They are quarrelsome, lazy, misguided, unlucky, and above all, always disturbed.
Okay. So this is the verse talking about Kali Yuga people. So what are the qualities of a Kali Yuga people? There are a few
Short
qualities mentioned
lives.
here. What is the first one?
Short
Short
life.
life.
Short life. Alpa ayus. Right? So they are short life. Then next is Kali. Kali means it's the age of quarrelsome and hypocrisy. So 2 qualities came there. What is the third one?
Lazy, misguided.
Yeah, lazy means lazy. Manda. Then Sumanda Mataya. That is
Misguided.
misguided. Yes. Manda Bhakya. Bhakya, we all know, fortunate, but they are Manda Bhakya. They are unlucky, unfortunate people. And above all, they are all the time disturbed. Upadruttaha. So can someone repeat these qualities with the translation, I mean Sanskrit word and English word, one each? Vinay Prabhu, one first.
Yeah. It's Ayusa.
Alpa Aisha.
Alpa
Aisha
Ayusha.
means just duration, but Alpa means
Yeah.
meager
Alpa.
duration. So
Yeah.
short lives. So we are having short life. If you see, it is said 100 years is the life in the Kali Yuga, but we rarely find people living for 100 years, right? So it may be 80 years and it is coming down. And it is said as the Kali Yuga keeps on going, the lifespan would end up with only with 20 years, 20 to 30 years. That would be the maximum lifespan. The lifespan comes. That means think of after a few years, a person living only for 20 years. So in his life, he gets married, he produces offspring and other thing, and he dies. So that's going to be the situation. And Kali, next one. Kangana Mataji, can you tell what is the next one?
Kalau, in this age of Kali.
Kali, yes. It is
Kalau.
quarrelsome, yes. Pradeep Prabhu, what is the next one?
Manda, lazy.
Manda, lazy. Hema Mataji, can you find what is the next one after lazy?
Sumanda Mandaha.
Yes, meaning?
Misguided.
Misguided. Saubhagya Prabhu, next one.
Unlucky.
Manda.
Manda Bhagya. Yeah.
Manda Bhagya, unlucky.
Yeah. Lata Mataji, last one.
Upadrutaha, disturbed.
Disturbed, yes. So these are the qualities of people living in Kali Yuga. or characteristics of them. All right, purport. Kangana Mataji, you want to read?
Yes, Babaji. The devotees of the Lord are always anxious for the spiritual improvement of the general public. When the sects of Naimisaranya analyze the state of affairs of the people in this age of Kali, they foresaw that men would live short lives. In Kali Yuga, the duration of life is shortened, not so much because of insufficient food, but because of irregular habits. By keeping regular habits and eating simple food, any man can maintain his health. Overeating, over sense gratification, over dependence on another's mercy, and artificial standards of living sap the very vitality of human energy. Therefore, the duration of life is shortened.
Yeah, stop
The
there. This is talking about first duration of life. I think it's easily understandable. No one needs to explain anything over there about our eating habit in this, right?
Yes. Yes, bro.
Yeah. Someone else want to continue?
Prabhuji, sorry, what is artificial standards of living?
I think eating junk food and all materialistic activities, I
Yeah.
think.
Overeating, over sense gratification, over dependence on another's mercy, and artificial standard of living sap and very vital energy. Yeah. I'm not really sure of this, but as I said, I mean, so many artificial things are now coming. In fact, there are plastic rice also, if you heard of them.
Yes.
Yes.
Even
Processed food.
vegetables.
Yeah.
Taste.
And
And
sometimes
adulterated
people,
milk.
instead of meals, they try to take medicines also,
Yeah.
Yes.
Tablets.
tablets
Yeah.
and other things. And I don't
All
know.
junk food.
Yeah. And people have even, there are ways in which even the digestive system, they do some operation to control the
So they remove the
digestive
part of
system. Yeah.
Food intake. Yeah.
Food intake. So there are different ways. Artificially, ones want to change, the natural things.
Yeah.
Instant
All right.
foods.
Yeah. Instant foods. Then
Drinks.
fast food it came. Now it became instant food now.
Yeah.
So then fast life. So duration going to decrease. That's what is
Uh-huh.
an
happening.
instant life.
Yeah.
And too much of using phones also, I think,
Yeah.
it's giving a headache.
Yeah. I think I will stop here because it's nearly 9 o'clock. So we'll continue with this verse the coming week. We just want any questions or anything, any reflections, because I don't want to go beyond time. Thanks for the patience. 2 hours, all of you patiently sitting and listening and participating. That's so nice.
Prabhuji, over dependence on others. So can you explain that, please?
Over dependence on others. We are always in Kali Yuga, we are depending on others. You need some explanation for that?
Like for the work and all these things?
Huh?
Like we are working for others. This is also one kind of dependence.
Exactly. Anything, no, yeah, that is also one kind of dependent. For anything, we are dependent on anyone, right?
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah. Can I add one point here? Like
Yes.
how Srila Prabhupada always used to say, simple living, high thinking. Because in olden days, like people just do their agriculture and then they get whatever they have, and then they don't mostly depend on anybody else. They grow their own food, and then but whereas here, each and everything we have to depend on others. Even to get a small, even milk also, those days they have the cow in the house, then they produce their own milk. But we have to depend on either Woolworths, Coles, and everybody, like each and everything, nothing we can produce by ourselves. But those days, like those yugas, like people, like they have like just agriculture and then cow farm community and everything, so they don't depend on the machines and other stuff. They have their own, they are mostly self independent. But here, this Kali Yuga, like we are depending on Everything we are depending on others. This is what my understanding is. I'm not sure whether this is my
Because of
understanding.
greed and civilization, we think that we are growing, but lot of dependence.
Yeah, always Prabhupada says just have a farm and a cow, you are self-sufficient. So we don't have big factories and other stuff. Where if you have farm, you have food. And if you have cow, you have milk. So those days life is simple, everybody is simple. But we are depending on more machineries and other stuff. So life is getting complicated. We are saying that we are advancing, but not really we are not advancing.
Hmm.
That's what even I think, Mataji. Going forward, AI and everything will come, but whoever having a bit of land and farming kind of things, it can't be replaced.
Yeah, that's true. Those days we used to write everything in hand, so we had a handwriting, but nobody is using, pen and paper now. And now I think people even start using their brains also. They stop using their brains. AI is doing everything for them. So they are getting more manta matayo.
Yeah.
Even without calculator, you're not able to do. I know people who are adding 300 plus 300 using calculator.
Slowly, our brain will not work. It will stop.
All artificiality, including the clothing.
So that is also one kind of dependency on technology, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So once this
We
technology
add
comes,
laziness there, Prabhuji.
huh?
Laziness.
Laziness.
Because
We
of this
use
dependence,
everything
it's
machine,
making us
Mataji.
lazy.
Nowadays,
Yeah.
everything machine.
Laziness. We are using Zoom technology, sitting at home and discussing. And those days, sages went to forest. So we are so lazy, and we were sitting in a very cozy and comfortable environment, right?
And Prabhuji, we don't have
We'll
a.
discuss in details of this verse in the coming week. So we'll just spend some time. Yes, Mataji, Kangana Mataji, you want to say something?
Yeah, we don't have any option. We have to depend anyway.
Yeah.